the greatest gift in life. Have you ever stopped for a moment and asked yourself what the most valuable thing in the world is? Some people believe it is money. Others think it is power, fame, beauty, or knowledge. But the truth is that the greatest gift in life is time. Money can be lost and earned again. Opportunities can disappear and return. Relationships can end and be rebuilt. But once time is gone, it is gone forever. Every morning, life gives us 24 hours. Rich people receive 24 hours. Poor people receive 24 hours. Students, athletes, business owners, and leaders all receive exactly the same amount of time. The difference is not in how much time we have. The difference is in how we use it. Imagine that a bank deposits thousands of dollars into your account every day. If you fail to use the money, it disappears forever. You would never waste such an opportunity. Yet this is exactly what happens with time. Every second is precious. Every minute matters. Every hour has the power to change your life. Many people spend years waiting for the perfect moment. They wait for better opportunities, better circumstances, and better conditions. Unfortunately, that perfect moment never arrives. The most successful people in the world understand one important truth. They know that greatness is built one day at a time. A single day may seem small, but thousands of days create an extraordinary life. Your future is being built at this very moment. The books you read, the people you meet, the skills you develop, and the habits you create will determine the direction of your life. Time is not simply something that passes. Time is life itself. A story about time. There was once an old man who sat quietly on a bench. A young man approached him and asked, "What is the greatest lesson you have learned in life?" The old man smiled and replied, "I learned that time moves faster than we imagine." He continued, "When I was young, I believed I had endless time. Why people waste time? People waste time because they believe there will always be more of it. They spend hours worrying about things they cannot change. They compare themselves to others. They become trapped by fear and doubt. They postpone important decisions. Slowly, their dreams begin to disappear. Life does not stop moving forward. Time continues its journey whether we are ready or not. That is why every moment is important. Your life is happening right now. Many people spend years chasing happiness. They believe happiness will arrive when they earn more money, buy a bigger house, or achieve greater success. But happiness is not found in the future alone. Happiness is created by appreciating the present moment. Look around you. The people you love, the lessons you learn, and the experiences you gain are all part of your journey. Do not allow time to slip away unnoticed. Powerful conclusion. One day the clock will stop. One day every opportunity will have passed. The question is not how much time you have. The question is how you choose to use the time you have been given. Start learning. Start building. Start growing. Take action today because time is the greatest gift in life. Use it wisely, protect it carefully, and never forget that every second has the power to change your future. The hidden enemy of success. Every person dreams of becoming successful. Some people want wealth. Some want freedom. Others want respect, happiness, peace, or a meaningful life. Almost everyone has dreams. But there is a question that very few people ask themselves. If success is available to everyone, why do so many people fail? The answer is simple. Success does not disappear overnight. Failure does not happen in a single moment. Instead, success and failure are created by the small decisions we make every day. Many people believe that their greatest enemy is a lack of money. Others believe that their biggest obstacle is bad luck, difficult circumstances, or the opinions of others. However, the truth is often very different. The greatest enemy of success is hidden deep inside our daily lives. Sometimes we cannot even see it. The enemy called procrastination. There is an old saying that goes like this: "Tomorrow is the most dangerous word in the world. Tomorrow I will start exercising. Tomorrow I will begin reading books. Tomorrow I will study harder. Tomorrow I will chase my dreams. Tomorrow I will become a better person." Unfortunately, tomorrow often becomes next week, next month, or even next year. Before we realize it, years have passed. Dreams slowly disappear. Opportunities vanish. Regret begins to grow. Procrastination is dangerous because it feels harmless. You convince yourself that delaying something for one day is not a problem. Then one day becomes 1 week. 1 week becomes 1 month. 1 month becomes 1 year. Eventually, you become trapped inside your own excuses. Fear, the silent destroyer. Fear is another hidden enemy. Fear whispers terrible lies into our minds. It says, "You are not good enough. You are too young. You are too old. You will fail. People will laugh at you." Fear has destroyed countless dreams throughout history. Many talented people have spent their entire lives waiting for the perfect moment. The sad truth is that the perfect moment rarely arrives. Successful people understand that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to move forward despite fear. The trap of comfort. Human beings naturally seek comfort. We enjoy sleeping a little longer. We enjoy watching television. We enjoy avoiding difficult work. Comfort feels safe. Unfortunately, comfort often becomes a prison. Growth begins when comfort ends. Every successful person has faced challenges. Athletes train when they are tired. Business owners continue working when problems arise. Students continue learning when subjects become difficult. They understand that temporary discomfort creates long-term rewards. Distractions everywhere. We live in a world full of distractions. Every minute, our attention is pulled in different directions. Notifications appear on our phones. Social media captures our attention. Hours disappear without us noticing. A few minutes here and a few minutes there may seem unimportant, but time adds up. Imagine wasting 2 hours every day. 2 hours become 14 hours every week. 14 hours become hundreds of hours every year. Think about what you could accomplish with that time. You could learn a language. You could start a business. You could improve your health. You could transform your life. The danger of negative thinking. Another enemy of success is a negative mindset. The human mind is powerful. If you constantly tell yourself that you cannot succeed, your actions will begin to reflect those beliefs. You will avoid challenges. You will stop trying. You will become afraid of failure. Successful people train themselves to think differently. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," they say, "I will learn how to do this." Instead of saying, "I failed," they say, "I learned something valuable." Their perspective changes everything. Excuses build invisible walls. Excuses are dangerous because they sound reasonable. People say, "I don't have enough time. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough experience. I will begin later." The problem with excuses is that they never solve anything. They simply delay progress. Successful people take responsibility for their lives. They stop blaming circumstances. They stop blaming luck. They stop blaming other people. They focus on what they can control. Discipline creates freedom. Discipline is one of the strongest weapons against failure. Discipline means taking action even when you do not feel motivated. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline remains strong. Discipline helps you wake up early. Discipline helps you work harder. Discipline helps you remain focused. Every great achievement begins with discipline. Powerful story. Many years ago, 2 young men had identical dreams. Both wanted to become successful. The first man spent years waiting for the perfect opportunity. The second man decided to start immediately. The first man continued making excuses. The second man continued learning and improving. Years later, the first man remained trapped in the same place. The second man had transformed his entire life. The difference was not talent. The difference was action. Final message. Today, you have an important decision to make. Will you continue listening to fear? Will you continue allowing distractions to control your life? Will you continue making excuses? Or will you decide to take control of your future? Remember this. The hidden enemy of success is not stronger than you. Fear is not stronger than you. Failure is not stronger than you. Excuses are not stronger than you. You have the power to change your life. The journey begins today. Not tomorrow. Today. Lessons that time teaches us. Time is one of the greatest teachers in the world. Unlike people, time never lies. It never stops. It never waits. It simply moves forward, teaching valuable lessons to everyone who is willing to learn. The interesting thing about time is that it speaks quietly. It does not shout. It does not demand attention. Instead, it teaches through experience. Sometimes those lessons bring joy. Sometimes those lessons bring pain. But every lesson has the power to transform our lives. Today, we are going to explore some of the most powerful lessons that time teaches us. Lesson number 1. Nothing lasts forever. One of the first lessons that time teaches us is that nothing remains the same forever. The happiest moments eventually end. The most difficult moments eventually pass. The people around us change. The world around us changes. Even we change. When life is difficult, remember that pain is temporary. When life is beautiful, remember to appreciate every moment. Life is constantly moving forward. That is why every moment matters. Lesson number 2. Patience creates greatness. We live in a world where people want immediate results. People want success overnight. They want wealth immediately. They want their dreams to become reality as quickly as possible. However, time teaches us that greatness requires patience. A tree does not become strong in a single day. A river does not carve a path through mountains overnight. A child does not become an adult within a few weeks. Everything beautiful takes time. The same is true for success. Every great achievement begins with small steps. Every step matters. Every effort matters. Patience is not weakness. Patience is strength. Lesson number 3. Small actions create great results. Many people underestimate the power of small actions. They believe that only extraordinary actions can create extraordinary results. Time teaches us something completely different. Small actions repeated every day can completely transform a person's life. Reading 10 pages every day can lead to dozens of books each year. Saving a little money every month can create financial security. Practicing a skill every day can turn an ordinary person into an expert. Success is not created in a single moment. Success is built one step at a time. Lesson number 4. Failure is a teacher. People often fear failure because they believe it means the end of the journey. Time teaches us that failure is simply part of the process. Every successful person has experienced failure. Every inventor has made mistakes. Every athlete has lost competitions. Every leader has faced difficult challenges. Failure teaches us valuable lessons. Teaches us discipline, teaches us determination, teaches us resilience. The people who succeed are not the people who never fail. They are the people who never stop trying. Lesson number 5. Your choices shape your future. Every decision we make influences our future. Time quietly records every action. The food we eat affects our health. The books we read influence our thoughts. The people we spend time with shape our character. The habits we develop determine our future. Many people focus on major decisions while ignoring small choices. Time teaches us that small decisions eventually become powerful habits. Habits eventually shape our destiny. Lesson number 6. Gratitude changes everything. As people grow older, they often realize something important. The greatest treasures in life are not money, power, or fame. The greatest treasures are love, friendship, health, and peace. Time teaches us to appreciate simple moments. A conversation with a loved one, a beautiful sunrise, a moment of laughter, a kind word. These moments may seem ordinary, but they become priceless memories. Powerful story. There was once a young man who constantly complained about his life. He wanted immediate success. He wanted instant results. One day he met an elderly gardener. The old man planted a tiny seed in the ground. The young man laughed and asked, "Why are you wasting your time? This tiny seed will not become a tree for many years." The old man smiled. Then he said, "That is exactly why I must plant it today." The young man stood silently. At that moment he realized an important truth. Everything valuable takes time. Lesson number 7. Time never waits. This may be the most important lesson of all. Time waits for no one. It does not care about excuses. It does not care about fear. It does not stop because we are unprepared. Every second that passes becomes part of history. That is why we must act today. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Not next year. Today. Conclusion. Years from now, you will look back on your life. You will remember the risks you took. You will remember the dreams you pursued. You will remember the opportunities you embraced. Do not allow fear to steal your future. Allow time to become your teacher. Learn from your mistakes. Be patient with yourself. Trust the process. Work hard. Stay focused. And remember this powerful truth. Time changes everyone. The question is whether you will allow it to change you for the better. How time changes everything. Take a moment and think about the person you were 5 years ago. Think about your dreams, your fears, your habits, and the way you saw the world. Now look at yourself today. You have changed. Your thoughts have changed. Your experiences have changed. Your understanding of life has changed. Even if you did not notice it, time was quietly working in the background. That is the power of time. Time changes everything. Mountains change. Rivers change their paths. Trees grow taller. Children become adults. Strangers become friends. And sometimes dreams become reality. Time never stands still. The question is not whether time will change your life. The question is whether you will use that change to become stronger, wiser, and better. Time changes pain into strength. Every human being experiences pain. Some people lose opportunities. Some lose friendships. Others lose hope. During difficult moments, it often feels as though the pain will last forever. But time teaches us something important. Pain does not last forever. Think about the hardest moments of your life. At one time, they may have seemed impossible to overcome. You may have believed that your world was falling apart. But little by little, day after day, things began to change. You learned valuable lessons. You became stronger. You discovered strengths that you never knew you possessed. Time did not erase the pain completely, but it transformed the pain into wisdom. Time turns failure into experience. Failure can be one of the greatest teachers in life. Unfortunately, many people become discouraged after making mistakes. They believe failure means that they are not good enough. But successful people understand a different truth. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is part of success. Every mistake contains a lesson. Every challenge contains an opportunity. Every obstacle contains the possibility of growth. A person who never fails rarely learns anything valuable. Time gives us the opportunity to improve. The person who refuses to give up will always have another chance to move forward. Time builds confidence. Confidence is not something that appears overnight. It is built slowly. Every challenge you overcome increases your confidence. Every difficult decision strengthens your character. Every small victory reminds you of your abilities. Many people wait until they feel confident before taking action. However, confidence does not come before action. Confidence comes because of action. Imagine learning to ride a bicycle. At first, you are afraid. You make mistakes. You lose your balance. But as time passes, your skills improve. Eventually, what once seemed impossible becomes easy. The same principle applies to every area of life. Time reveals true character. People often pretend to be something they are not. They wear masks. They hide their weaknesses. They try to impress others. But time reveals the truth. A person's habits reveal their character. A person's actions reveal their intentions. Time exposes dishonesty. Time strengthens integrity. Eventually, people become known not by what they say, but by what they do. That is why it is important to build strong values. Honesty, discipline, kindness, patience, respect. These qualities become more valuable as time passes. Time creates opportunities. Many people spend their lives waiting for opportunities to appear. They wait for the perfect moment. They wait for perfect conditions. They wait until they feel completely ready. Meanwhile, time continues moving forward. The truth is that opportunities are rarely discovered by people who are standing still. Opportunities are often created by people who are willing to take action. Every skill you learn creates new possibilities. Every book you read expands your understanding. Every experience helps prepare you for the future. Time rewards those who continue moving forward. The power of consistency. Imagine placing a single drop of water onto a stone. Nothing appears to happen. Then another drop falls. And another. And another. At first, the stone seems unchanged. However, after many years, the water leaves a mark on the stone. That is the power of consistency. Small actions repeated over long periods create extraordinary results. A person who exercises every day becomes stronger. A person who studies every day becomes wiser. A person who works toward a dream every day moves closer to success. Consistency transforms ordinary efforts into extraordinary achievements. Powerful story. Many years ago, two farmers planted seeds. The first farmer became impatient. After a few days, he dug up the seeds because he saw no results. The second farmer remained patient. He watered the soil every day. He protected the young plants. He trusted the process. Months later, the second farmer enjoyed a beautiful harvest. The first farmer had nothing. The difference was not intelligence. The difference was patience. Time rewards those who continue to believe and continue to work. Your life is changing right now. Whether you realize it or not, time is shaping your future. The habits you follow today will influence your tomorrow. The choices you make today will determine the person you become. This very moment is an opportunity. You can decide to learn. You can decide to improve. You can decide to grow. Every great journey begins with a single step. Conclusion. Time changes everything. It changes pain into wisdom. It changes fear into courage. It changes weakness into strength. It changes dreams into reality. The clock continues to move forward. The days continue to pass. The months continue to disappear. Do not waste the opportunities that stand before you. Use your time wisely. Remain patient. Continue learning. Continue growing. And remember this. Time changes everything, but the direction of that change depends on the choices you make today. How to master your time. Every person on earth receives the same 24 hours every day. The richest person in the world has 24 hours. The most successful athlete has 24 hours. The greatest scientists, artists, and leaders in history all had exactly the same amount of time that you have right now. Yet some people build extraordinary lives, while others spend their years wondering where all their time has gone. Why does this happen? The answer is simple. Successful people do not control time itself. Instead, they learn how to control the way they use it. Time is like water flowing through your hands. If you are not careful, it disappears before you realize it. That is why learning to master your time is one of the most important skills you will ever develop. Today, we are going to learn how to do exactly that. Rule number 1. Know your purpose. Imagine climbing a mountain without knowing where you are going. You might spend hours walking in the wrong direction. You might become tired and frustrated. Eventually, you might give up completely. Life works in the same way. Without a purpose, it is easy to become lost. Ask yourself a few important questions. What kind of life do you want to create? What dreams do you want to achieve? What kind of person do you want to become? Your answers will give direction to your actions. People who know their purpose understand the value of every minute. Rule number 2. Create clear goals. Dreams are powerful, but dreams without action remain only dreams. Goals transform dreams into reality. Successful people do not simply wish for success. They create a plan. Instead of saying, I want to become healthier, they say, I will exercise for 30 minutes every day. Instead of saying, I want to learn English, they say, I will study for 1 hour every day. Clear goals create clear results. Rule number 3. Wake up earlier. Many successful people begin their day early. The early hours of the morning provide peace and quiet. The world is calm. Distractions are fewer. This time can be used to exercise, study, meditate, read, or prepare for the day ahead. Waking up early does not guarantee success, but it creates an opportunity to begin the day with purpose. Each morning is a new beginning. Each sunrise is another chance to improve yourself. Rule number 4. Eliminate distractions. Modern life is filled with distractions. Every day, our attention is pulled in countless directions. Messages arrive constantly. Notifications appear endlessly. Social media consumes valuable hours. These distractions may seem harmless. However, their effects become enormous over time. Imagine spending just 2 hours every day on activities that do not help you grow. At the end of the year, those hours become hundreds of wasted opportunities. Protect your attention. Protect your focus. Protect your future. Rule number 5. Learn to say no. Many people waste time because they are afraid to disappoint others. As a result, they accept responsibilities that do not align with their goals. Every time you say yes to something unnecessary, you are saying no to something important. Successful people understand this principle. They know that time is precious. They know that focus is essential. They know that every decision carries consequences. Learn to protect your priorities. Rule number 6. Build daily habits. Your life is shaped by your habits. Habits determine your health. Habits determine your knowledge. Habits determine your future. Small actions repeated every day create remarkable results. Reading for 20 minutes each day may seem insignificant. Exercising for 30 minutes may seem unimportant. Saving a little money every month may appear meaningless. However, time multiplies these efforts. Consistency transforms ordinary people into extraordinary people. Rule number 7. Focus on one task at a time. Many people believe that doing several tasks at once makes them more productive. In reality, the opposite is often true. Dividing your attention reduces the quality of your work. Concentration is one of the most valuable abilities a person can possess. When you focus completely on one task, you produce better results. You make fewer mistakes. You learn more quickly. You make progress faster. Remember this simple rule. Do one thing at a time and do it well. A story about time. Many years ago, a wise teacher placed a large glass jar on a table. He filled the jar with large stones and asked his students if the jar was full. They answered yes. Then he added small stones, which filled the spaces between the larger stones. Once again, the students believed the jar was full. Then the teacher added sand. The sand filled the remaining empty spaces. Finally, he poured water into the jar. The students were amazed. The teacher smiled and explained the lesson. The large stones represent the most important things in life. The smaller stones represent less important responsibilities. The sand represents distractions. If you fill the jar with sand first, there will be no room for the things that truly matter. This lesson applies directly to our lives. Focus on what matters most. The power of planning. Spend a few minutes planning each day. Write down your goals. Organize your priorities. Create a schedule. Successful people understand that every minute of planning saves valuable time later. Preparation creates confidence. Preparation creates discipline. Preparation creates results. Conclusion. Time is the most valuable treasure you possess. You cannot stop it. You cannot buy more of it. You cannot recover what has already been lost. But you can decide how you will use it. You can decide to learn. You can decide to improve. You can decide to grow. Master your time and you will master your life. The clock is moving forward. The question is simple. Will you move forward with it? Every great achievement begins with a single decision. Every successful person was once a beginner. Every expert was once inexperienced. Every champion once stood exactly where you stand today. Many people spend their entire lives waiting for the perfect moment to begin. They wait for more money. They wait for better opportunities. They wait for greater confidence. They wait for fear to disappear. But there is one problem. The perfect moment never arrives. Life continues moving forward. The clock continues ticking. Days become months. Months become years. Before they realize it, countless opportunities have disappeared. That is why your future does not begin tomorrow. Your future begins today. The power of a single decision. Think about the enormous power of a single decision. One decision can change the direction of your entire life. The decision to start learning a new skill. The decision to improve your health. The decision to forgive someone. The decision to believe in yourself. Every major transformation begins with a small action. Many people underestimate the importance of tiny steps. They believe success comes from one extraordinary event. The truth is very different. Success is the result of countless ordinary actions repeated consistently over time. Stop waiting for the perfect time. One of the greatest mistakes people make is waiting. They wait because they are afraid. They wait because they feel unprepared. They wait because they believe conditions will eventually become perfect. Unfortunately, life rarely works that way. Imagine a farmer who refuses to plant seeds because he is waiting for ideal weather. Months pass. Seasons change. Eventually, the opportunity disappears. The farmer has nothing to harvest because he never planted anything. Life works in exactly the same way. If you continue waiting, your dreams will remain exactly where they are. The only way to move forward is to begin. Leave your comfort zone. Comfort is attractive because it feels safe. Protects us from disappointment. Protects us from uncertainty. Protects us from failure. However, comfort also prevents growth. Nothing extraordinary has ever been achieved without courage. Every successful person has experienced fear. The difference is that they chose to act despite their fear. Growth begins when you decide to move beyond your limitations. The person you want to become exists outside your comfort zone. Believe in yourself. Throughout history, countless people have achieved remarkable things because they refused to give up. Others doubted them. People laughed at them. People criticized them. People told them their dreams were impossible. Yet they continued moving forward. Why? Because they believed in themselves. Belief is powerful. If you believe you can improve, you will continue learning. If you believe you can succeed, you will continue trying. If you believe you can overcome obstacles, you will continue fighting. Everything begins with belief. Your habits create your destiny. The future is not created in a single day. It is built gradually. Every action matters. Every decision matters. Every habit matters. The books you read influence your thoughts. Your thoughts influence your decisions. Your decisions influence your actions. Your actions create your future. This process continues every day. That is why successful people protect their habits carefully. They understand that today's choices become tomorrow's reality. A story about two travelers. Long ago, two travelers began a journey toward a distant mountain. The first traveler was enthusiastic but impatient. After encountering difficulties, he became discouraged and turned back. The second traveler moved slowly but remained consistent. Every day he took another step. Every day he moved a little farther. Weeks passed. Months passed. Eventually, the second traveler reached the top of the mountain. The first traveler remained exactly where he had started. The difference was not intelligence. The difference was persistence. The importance of taking action. Knowledge alone will never change your life. Motivation alone will never change your life. Dreams alone will never change your life. Action changes everything. Reading about success is valuable. Learning from successful people is valuable. Planning for the future is valuable. However, none of these things matter unless you take action. Action transforms ideas into reality. Action transforms fear into confidence. Action transforms weakness into strength. Action transforms dreams into achievements. Your time is limited. Imagine that someone gave you a box containing a certain number of precious stones. Each stone represented a single day of your life. Would you throw those stones away carelessly? Of course not. You would protect them. You would appreciate them. You would use them wisely. Time is even more valuable. Every day is a gift. Every sunrise is an opportunity. Every moment offers a new beginning. A message to your future self. Imagine meeting yourself 10 years from now. What kind of person would you like to become? Would you like to become stronger, wiser, healthier, more disciplined, more confident? The person you become depends entirely upon the choices you make today. Your future self is watching. Your future self is waiting. The decisions you make now will determine everything. Powerful conclusion. There will never be another moment exactly like this one. This moment belongs to you. This moment is your opportunity. Do not allow fear to control your life. Do not allow doubt to limit your potential. Do not allow procrastination to steal your dreams. Take the first step. Take the second step. Continue moving forward. Remember this powerful truth. You do not need to change your entire life in a single day. You only need to begin, because your future starts today, and the best time to start is right now.